Bro, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I have you on my iPhone because I got YouTube live on on the computer. The TV's got to fight, so you're on my
Dude,
phone.
so I
How?
got I got so
Oh, you
look,
got the
so
fight on.
let me tell you what I got going on here. So I have a
Tell me
camera
what you
right
got going
here.
on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me tell the people on YouTube.
Yeah, please.
We have Tico Fantasy Show, the baby bro. He's here with me now. I have him on Zoom. He's waving at somebody. We both have so many things filming. Neither one of us know what's going on, but we're excited for it, and that's all that matters. How are the NFL honors? Talk to me.
It was awesome. It was awesome. They gave out all the awards. It wasn't as good as usual, but it was still good. And so right now I got over here, I got a camera live streaming with all my people on here. We got currently 479 people
That's
sticking
all right.
through.
I have four people on YouTube, but that's all right. I'm gonna give it my best shot for four people. He's got
Dude,
like
please.
5 million people watching on
I
his
have it
live
set
stream.
up. I have it set up so they can hear. They should be. Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear? Let me know if you guys can hear him. Let me know if you guys can hear him.
This
And
is Big Brother MC on the mic testing sounds. Can those folks hear me on the other end from
yeah, they
Florida?
can hear you. They can hear you. They can hear you.
All right, great. All right,
Yeah.
so here we go.
So
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 hold on. I have a question. Are you allowed to show that TV in the background on YouTube Live? I guess you're not
yeah.
technically on my YouTube Live. You're on my Zoom that will
No,
be
I'm not on
edited
your.
in.
I'm not on your YouTube live. Nope, I'm not on your YouTube live. So yes, I can.
We got too many things happening.
I have.
All right,
I have. I have. Let
tell me
me
the
give you the setup
honors.
here. Wait, before that, let me give you the setup. So we got the phone right here with everybody looking at me. What's going on, everybody? We got the phone right here, and then we got the computer right here, my old computer right here. So I'm talking to you on Zoom, and then I got my other computer over here with the actual fight going on the TV.
Nice.
I
It
got the
seems like
setup going.
it's utter chaos. We're going to streamline this and make it better and better. But you just joined on the perfect time because the Davis Pedraza co-main event just ended. Davis wore out Pedraza in 6 rounds, and the referee stopped it, which was pretty amazing. Now you're getting into Lopez Ortiz, and let me set it up for you. Now, people that are watching
Listen,
on
he knows about
YouTube,
fighting.
understand something. My brother might not be as big a boxing fan as I am, but he's going to get with it real quick. Here we go. Ready? So Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz fought 10 years ago in the Golden Gloves. Lopez got the upper hand and got the win in Golden Gloves, and it seems like Ortiz has wanted revenge ever since. Both guys are talking a big game. I'll tell you this. Let me give you a little backstory on both guys. Both guys have fought incredible fighters. Both guys have fought Lomachenko, which is to me one of the greatest fighters to ever live. Lopez beat Lomachenko, and then Ortiz lost after 12 rounds. His first time going 12 rounds with any
Oh, right,
fighter.
it's crazy.
He lost a decision. That was his first and only time going 12 rounds ever. Now, Lopez is a seasoned guy. He's been in the ring with the best of the best, and he's gone, plenty of deep rounds. So what I'm wondering is Lopez, the greatest showman on earth, and is the takeover going to come out and dominate Ortiz, or does Ortiz shut this thing down? Now, let me tell you, the other co-main event that just happened, Davis versus Pedraza.
Yeah. That was they
Dave
were beefing,
Davis,
right? Weren't those the two who were beefing?
yes. Now Davis, no, Pedraza
David.
wasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Davis was beefing with Teofimo Lopez
Yes.
at the
Okay.
press
That's
conference.
yes.
And Davis just won this fight and called out Teofimo from the locker room as his next challenge, which is absurd. I find it
Yeah.
disrespectful as a fighter's coming out to fight, but I like it. I like a little disrespect. This is the fight game. You know what I'm saying? These guys are in there. It is life or death. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I just think Keyshawn Davis, by winning this fight so brilliantly, has just become a contender for whoever wins the next co-main event. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm
So
jacked
if
up.
let's say Lopez wins this fight that we're about to watch right now, would he in a world could he fight Davis? Like, is that a thing? Is that possible?
Yeah, Davis is a little smaller than him. I think he'd have to come up. Davis just fought at 135. He easily makes 140 and even
What's
heavier.
Lopez fighting at?
140, I believe.
Okay.
So just a little bit, but
That's not that much.
it's not that much, but a little goes a long way when you're dehydrating your body and getting
Yeah.
punched in the head. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's that barrier in between your skull and your
Was
brain.
that was that a knockout? Was the Davis fight a knockout?
It wasn't a knockout, but it was basically a TKO because the referee stopped it after, Davis was just beating Pedraza into a corner. And it was a great fight. Pedraza came forward at Davis the whole 5 rounds, even into the 6th. But Davis is just a supreme fighter. He's mentored by Terrence Crawford, T-Bud Crawford, who we all know is arguably one of the greatest fighters ever to exist. Not even arguably. You can't even debate me on it. He's one of the greatest fighters to ever exist. He's mentoring the young guy. That's only going to lead to gold, big paydays and big fights. I'd love to see it.
A lot of money.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't remember the last time I watched a boxing match.
Teofimo Lopez showed up to the arena tonight dressed as Deadpool.
Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah,
he's gonna ball out.
That's exactly right. When you show up to the fight dressed as Deadpool, you can only win, because if you lose, it is going to be meme city on.
It's going to be. They're going to have memes everywhere about him. But he's sick though. This is the guy. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the guy who was beefing with Davis and had the book in his hand. He's reading like The Ways of the Water or something, some wild book, and I don't know. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this fight.
I'm starting to sweat because I can feel you getting a little excited. And when you have a fighter so dialed in, when you have a fighter that can sit on stage, talk shit to another fighter while reading a book, you have a fighter that is ready for a war. When you become so calm that the anger doesn't just rise up in you like it naturally would when somebody says something to you, that is a scary thing to me. Tyson always walked to the ring in a towel and shoes and no socks, and he was just calm as a cucumber. And when that face-off happened and he stared across into the eyes, he already won the fight. He already won the fight. And how Teofimo reacted to Davis, even though they're not fighting, shows me a man that is ready to prove something. And I hope Ortiz, being the young, hungry, bigger physical fighter, I hope he's ready. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be fireworks.
I'm excited. I think the last fight I watched was freaking Mayweather versus like Logan Paul. That was a good fight. That was probably the last boxing match I watched. Or I think it was Mayweather versus Conor McGregor once upon a time.
Yeah, I think that's another great fight that went 10 rounds.
I only watched the TV fights, the expensive pay-per-view ones.
You watch the most entertaining fights, which is probably most of the people that are on the YouTube live with me right now. You know what I'm saying? They're here to watch an entertaining fight. This is not the biggest fight in the world to some, but to people who know boxing, we really are here to see Teofimo Lopez step up and do something. He has been talking big game and big trash for a long time. So
he looks badass. He looks badass. Like I can always tell. This is my thing. When at the beginning of the fight, I always like to look at them, just look at their faces, because I feel like you can always tell just by the way they look who's going to win the fight. And Lopez just looks like a monster, bro. And
I want to agree with you, but there's something to be said for a younger.
How young is there a big age difference
between the two? But he comes off as a younger guy. Now he's physically the bigger guy, but no doubt about it, like Teofimo Lopez is an athletic boxer. He's an acrobatic boxer. He's an unorthodox boxer. He does backflips in the ring. He's a wild pony, man. You got to let a wild pony fly,
And he looks like a badass. He looks like he'll mess you up.
And his dad is his trainer, and his dad talks a lot of trash too.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best.
I love it, man.
That's the best. That's the next fight, though, right? There's no more undercards.
Yeah, you got Lopez. He's 19-1, coming in with 13 KOs, and Jermaine Ortiz is coming in at 17-1-1, and he's got a handful of KOs. He's got 8 KOs.
I showed up at the perfect time.
Lopez packs some serious power, but you cannot sleep on Jermaine Ortiz. We are in 5 minutes and 40-second countdown. Oh man,
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I've been told these ring walkouts, at least from Lopez's side, is going to be something for the history books. I don't know what that means.
He's gonna have like Snoop Dogg walking out there with him. He's gonna have some random celebrities gonna be walking out there. Maybe.
Have you seen the movie The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman?
I have.
The whole promotion for this fight through Top Rank in ESPN is like circus themed.
I saw the background. Yeah, I saw
the greatest showman on earth, Teofimo Lopez, we're gonna see, we're gonna see. Right now, they're pointing out the difference in the Lomachenko fights being that both guys fought Lomachenko. They're showing the weaknesses that Ortiz portrayed, and then the strengths that Lopez portrayed. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be a good fight. Hopefully, it's a dog fight. Hopefully, these guys get in there and do something wild.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I haven't watched a good fight in a while. Well, actually, I watched I think it was UFC 297, I believe, with
Strickland, who was it?
yeah, Strickland. Yeah, that was the last fight I watched. I've just been watching so much UFC. I can't remember the last time I watched a boxing match, so it's good for me to get back into it.
Yeah, and we absolutely should watch some UFC stuff together
Oh,
and call it.
UFC. They're supposed to announce during the Super Bowl UFC 300, I think it is, and
You know
that's
who it's
supposed to
going to
be
be?
no, but it's supposed to be the biggest fight like ever. It's supposed to be the thing.
I can tell you half of that biggest fight is going to be Conor McGregor.
I don't think Conor McGregor's coming back. I think Conor McGregor's done.
I
He's a movie
disagree with
star.
you.
He's a
I
movie
I
star.
wouldn't I wouldn't be surprised to see Conor McGregor show up and challenge whoever's the biggest baddest right now, because if Conor is going to come back, he should come back at the 300th UFC fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a
It would
big
be
event.
the perfect time for him to come back.
And the announcement coming Super Bowl weekend, come on.
People are telling Dana Dana White, the guy, the man of the UFC, they're telling him like they're gonna paint him up in oil if he doesn't announce it. They want him to oil up if he doesn't announce it.
Listen,
It's a
he
big
will
thing.
oil up. Dana White is a man. He doesn't care. He's doing his own thing, and he's doing it great, and he's doing it big and brilliant. He'll come out oiled up. He's going to announce that fight when it's most profitable for his company, when it's most requested from the fans. That man knows what he's doing. I hate to say it, but he has got it on lock.
Yeah. UFC's balling right now, but who cares about that? We're about to watch Lopez versus Ortiz. This is gonna be a wild fight. I'm excited.
I mean, Lopez has got, it looks like he's got feathers wrapped around the waistband of his
How much
boxing
what's the
trunks.
weight? What's the weight for this?
140. They both came in at
140?
139.6. They're
Ooh.
probably fighting tonight at closer to 150.
Okay. That
But
makes
but the
sense.
weight they had to make yesterday was 140, and they both came in at 139.6. They had to be pulled apart at the weigh-in. It was a long, uncomfortable, voiceless stare off. Like they
Ooh,
just
that's the best.
and like when they broke them up and then they were like 6 feet apart, like Lopez wouldn't break his gaze. He was just locked in the whole time. I was uncomfortable, man. I'm a 41-year-old man. I've been in confrontations in my life, and I was uncomfortable watching these guys. It just builds the excitement for the fight, man.
It's gonna be good. It's about to start. It's coming up. They're probably gonna do
Look, you got the
it's coming.
WBO and the lineal junior welterweight world title on the line. That's big, big.
Oh, the world title. This is a title fight.
Yep. Yep.
Damn.
And I think both of those titles are held by Lopez, and he won them in his last fight from Josh Taylor. So I know he's been the world champion at 2 different weight classes now.
Oh, I love this part.
I love this part too. Hold
This is
on.
the
A
best
moment of
part. This is the
silence
best part.
while we appreciate some cinema. It's a big stage, ladies and gentlemen, for a young fighter. Teofimo is a seasoned professional on the biggest stages in the world, and he loves to perform. That's their Golden Gloves fight back in the day. Ooh! Hey! Oh my goodness. I can't even wait. This is my world. Lopez said at the end of this thing, this is my world, and everybody's just living in it. I don't even know what to think about that. All right, let's see who's on YouTube. Anybody I could talk to down here? Hang in there, folks. Fight's about to get started. We're coming back to ring walkouts here in a moment. They got a really sweet Whopper commercial going on in a fight, and all I want to do is not eat a Whopper right now. But this commercial might change my mind. I'm not gonna lie. I have to say, the 5 of you that are watching this with me on YouTube, I'm watching my brother on the Zoom talk to his people on TikTok. I can't hear him, but he's it's just so funny to watch him do his thing. He's so good at it. If you guys haven't checked out my brother, he's got a TikTok called Tico Fantasy Show. He's on YouTube, and we've just come together to make the Co-Bros podcast. So we got a lot going on, and we're bringing the family into it. We're going to start filming a lot of content. We're going to do some on-the-road shows. I think I'm going to link with him and get to Austin and do a live podcast from Austin, see some comedy, see some nightlife, maybe visit some breweries, and make an episode on the road for y'all. I hope you'll be into that. We're certainly pumped for it. Anyways, if you're just joining me, we're coming back from commercial to the main event, Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz. A grudge match of sorts, a long time fight in the making, and we are right around the corner from fireworks. The greatest showman, Teofimo Lopez, the takeover, taking on Jermaine Ortiz, the young, hungry fighter with his first shot at a world title. Oh man, I am sweating. This is what happens to me when you like boxing, like I like boxing. You're sweaty. It's like 68 degrees in my house. I'm sweating from all the places. My face. Oh man. By the way, notice the fade. Got a haircut today. Don't miss my gray spot. Yeah, I call this trauma. My barber today was like, "Man, you cut your hair short. Now you got this like continent that looks like a small continent in the front of your head." I was like, "That's my trauma. This is what
Yeah,
trauma
you like your continent on the front of your head.
Well, it is like a continent that just sticks out randomly. I mean, I got to color it in for auditions because people like look at it like it's a third eye. I'm like, hey, my eyes are down here. If you want to make eye contact, people are looking like I got something to look at up there. It's just my
tough.
old age.
It's tough. It's tough.
I can't wait till you start getting some gray hairs and those lovely locks you have.
I'll start dyeing it. If I ever get gray hair, I'll dye it. Maybe I won't.
I've had these grays since I've been like 17. Now they weren't this prominent. There was only like 2 or 3, but they were there. Honestly, I think they started freshman year of college when I woke up my first week of college and turned on the news and saw 2 airplanes crash into the Twin Towers. I think that's what caused this. I remember waking up my roommate, Brad.
I'll do it.
I better not say his last name. Brad at the time. I was like, Brad, turn this on. And one plane already hit the tower, and we watched the second one happen live on the news. And I remember feeling crazy. It was wild.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing else you could feel. That's it's wild.
Enough about me, folks. Here we go. We're getting into it. I don't know how much lag time you have there, Tyler, but you seem a little behind me on your TV.
I probably am. Well, I don't know. What are you watching it on, the ESPN app?
Yeah, ESPN Plus, yeah.
I'm watching it on Xfinity. That's why it's a little bit behind. It's probably like 20, 30 seconds behind.
All right. No, man, they're just showing highlight
Look, I'll do this. I'll do that. And then I'll pull this over here. Because they're watching the fight right now over here. I got them. I'm hooking it up for them.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to talk somewhat general about it just because people aren't going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to give blow for blow commentary on this because it's not going to be, queued up exactly for everybody.
The people in my comments, they're saying, your brother Matt Cohen is beautiful.
I'll take it, man. I'm going to be 42 years old this year.
Oh, this is sick.
Oh boy, here we go.
Is this in Vegas?
Yes, this is in Vegas on Super Bowl weekend, son. The takeover.
That's crazy. They got way too many things going on in Vegas right now. There's way too much going on there. That's insane.
The only thing that's not in Vegas right now is you and I, and we're gonna make
that
trip.
That's it. We should. That's gonna make a great video.
The challenger, Jermaine Ortiz, is making his way to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what this ring walk is all about, because I'm sure the champion is going to come with it.
Here, let me turn this off.
27 years old from Worcester, Massachusetts. 5'8", 69-inch reach, 27 years old. In the challenger, Jermaine Ortiz. All right, he's being wrapped into the building. Hold on. Okay, he's got a Latin rapper singer. I'm sorry, I don't know who it is, but he's fresh. He is killing it. Musical artist sensation Darrell. All respect to Darrell. You are smooth, dog. You are coming out like, I don't like to see any challenger this comfortable. I don't like to see any challenger, especially one that's called the Technician, who is known for his technique. Wow, a 7-1 underdog. All right. It's a slow walk. He's smiling. I don't know about the smile. He's looking around. He's taking in the crowd. It doesn't look like a lot of focus on his face. I could be wrong. I have to be honest. I've been wrong with just about every fight I've ever called, because I call it from an emotional standpoint, and don't get your emotions involved in boxing. But in my most humble opinion, Jermaine Ortiz, I hope he's more focused than he looks. He looks to be tightening up now as he's entering the ring.
Dude, he looks comfortable.
He looks a little too comfortable. He looks a little too comfortable. Like he's seen Teofimo before and thinks Teofimo's the same fighter he fought 10 years ago.
So they fought. This is the second time they fought?
They fought in the Golden Gloves 10 years ago before either one of them were pro. Teofimo got the win.
So they fought when they were kids.
Children, yes.
That's crazy. Okay.
17 years old.
Do you know who won that fight?
Yeah, Teofimo.
That's okay. That's a whole nother storyline.
Tonight, it is the showman versus the technician. One fighter is extremely showboaty, and one fighter is boxing technical, a absolute scientist in there. Styles make fights. Oh, here we go. Get out of here. Teofimo's got an entire circus bringing him out. Teofimo's got clowns with ribbons. He's got ladies with hula hoops. He's got people on stilts. I don't even know what I'm watching, but boxing needs this shit right now. There's smoke. There's circus. If he comes out on an elephant or a camel or a lion, I won't be surprised. There's a guy swallowing swords. I'm watching a man swallow swords. He's got a goatee that's at least 18 inches long. This ESPN and Top Rank, you have outdone yourself. Teofimo, if you lose this fight, you have already won my heart, dog. You got the bearded lady. I just saw the bearded lady. I see the ringmaster. Teofimo's coming out like he's got a top hat on. Ooh! He's playing the theme song from The Greatest Showman. Hugh Jackman, if you're watching this YouTube now or at a later time, thank you for making that movie, because you just created the single best ring entrance ever. Teofimo is dancing. He's smiling. He's got 10 circus performers behind him. He's coming out to The Greatest Showman song. He's locked in. It's like a performance. Vegas has taught Teofimo Lopez exactly right. He is doing basically what I consider a choreographed performance on his way to the ring. His moves are on beat to the song. His walk is waiting to go to the song. And if I'm Jermaine Ortiz, I'm wondering if this dude is trying to ice me out the ring, because this is the coldest entrance I've ever seen. Oh boy. Teofimo, by the way, has not broken eye contact directly with the camera. He is dancing his way into the ring, truly like the greatest showman boxing has ever seen. I would have to say, since Floyd Mayweather, he's bringing a more friendly version of the anti-hero that is Floyd Mayweather Jr., except he's bringing it from the standpoint of not trying to be the anti-hero. He's trying to be the absolute hero. And I find that absolutely entertaining. I am jacked up over here, folks. If you're not watching this fight, turn on ESPN, pay for ESPN Plus. They are not a partner. They are not a sponsor. They are not anything in coordination with this. This is just me trying to get you guys excited to watch some boxing. They're doing the fighter intros. Everybody's in the ring right now. The technician
It's about to happen.
The technician looks a little bit irritated, but that's good.
Got to make sure to call out all the sponsors.
Wait, I got a thumbs up on my YouTube live thing that just popped up. I got a reaction
Hey,
somehow.
W thumbs up.
I shut them off on the Zoom, but they're still going on YouTube. Michelob Ultra Arena for all your low-calorie needs. I might have to stand up. I might have to stand up to do this. I don't think I can sit down to do this. I'm literally sweating like I'm going to fight somebody. I'm standing up. I can't sit down anymore. Introducing the challenger first.
Introducing first, out of the blue corner, presented.
We've got to tilt up. We've got to tilt up a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Matt, what's your YouTube? Matt Cohen? MC on the mic?
MC on the mic, Matt Cohen. It's one of those. We got to figure this all
MC
out.
on the mic, Matt Cohen. Go check it out. MC on the mic, Matt Cohen.
Yes, we are live on YouTube. Tico Fantasy Show is live on TikTok. He is live on TikTok. If you guys are not watching Tico Fantasy Show on TikTok, get with it. He is the other half of Cobros, and we can't do it without each other. So here we are. I'm excited. He's excited. Teofimo's still wearing his lavish red coat that looks like he's the ringmaster at your favorite circus. He's still got his top hat on, and he's got his back towards the camera as he's waiting to present himself. 2016 Olympian. He is still playing to the camera like it is the most important job of the evening. This guy, when he says he's a showman, he is a showman. I am not seeing anybody in boxing bring this glitz or glamour to it, and I am absolutely loving it, man. I am just pumped. I can't wait for him to reveal his shorts. I want to see his trunks. I got to see him in the locker room a little bit, but he had feathers on the back and gold embroidery down the sides. Showman through and through. But let's not underestimate the technician, Ortiz. He's not going to just let this happen to him. He's here for a fight. Teofimo Lopez's dad right behind him, holding up the #1 because he truly believes and truly knows that his son can be #1, but it's not going to be easy for him with this challenger in Jermaine Ortiz, who is standing there looking across the ring, and Lopez hasn't even looked at him. Jermaine Ortiz has no idea what Lopez has prepared for him, and Lopez really no idea what Jermaine has prepared for him. But I could tell you right now, Jermaine is probably feeling, oh, they're making this big show. Okay, here we go. An intense face-off. They touched up gloves, respect between the fighters. I like to see it. I like to see a glove touch before the fight happens. And we are going, baby. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm no ring announcer, but let's pretend I am. Let's, I can't say, what do they say, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to battle. How about that? I can't take Michael Buffer's thing. All right, here we go. We got the southpaw in Ortiz. You got Lopez stepping forward. I'm guessing Ortiz is going to want to feel out Lopez a little more than Lopez is going to want to feel out Ortiz. Both men look supremely confident. Lopez testing the body with a couple of straight jabs. Okay, Ortiz is looking sharp. I'm seeing the technician in him off his first jab to the body, even though it didn't land. He's trying to get Lopez to lower his left hand by throwing his southpaw jab to the body, I think, in my opinion. This is going to be a feel-out round. I'm not expecting a lot of action here. I think these fighters are going to look at each other. They're going to throw some jabs. They're going to see, is anybody going to jump off and come forward really fast? Is anybody going to be overly aggressive? I will tell you something. Ortiz can switch stances, which is very dangerous. Those for you who don't know, Ortiz fights out of a southpaw stance, left with the right hand as his jab, but he switches stances really effectively, which is always dangerous for any fighter doing it, unless you're a technician. I will say something I like to see in Ortiz right now that is presenting, I always find very strong in boxers, is his legs look very in shape. His legs look strong. They look young. They look fresh. They don't look overworked. Lopez is just feeling him out. He's moving. His eyes are wide open. He's staying calm. He's not going to be foolish early in the fight. Not a lot going on. About a minute left here in round 1 of 12. Lopez versus Ortiz. We'll let these guys get warmed up. Let's see who wins the last 10 seconds of this round. That's what I want to know. Right now, I got this as an even fight. Maybe Lopez. Okay. Ortiz lands a little jab. Okay, great block. But Ortiz has thrown some shots here towards the end of the round. I see Lopez reaching and lunging a lot. That is very dangerous for him, especially when you have a technician fighting southpaw who's got a really strong left uppercut. All right, they clinched up a little bit. Couple of shots thrown, nothing really landed. No real damage. 10 seconds left in the round here. Both guys moving, both guys feeling it out. I got to be honest, I got the round 50-50. I think both guys landed a couple of shots. I don't think anybody outdid each other. I think it's an even fight so far after 1. Both guys look calm, cool, and confident. Ty, what do you think? What are you watching over there?
I want more fighting, man. I know it's the first round. We always like to chill out. We like to chill. We take it slow. We like to figure out our opponent in the first round. But the second round better be good here. I need to see him jump into it. I need to see some more punches landed.
I think it may take even another round to get these guys lit up. I think Lopez is looking for something to do, but Ortiz, he's got to get warm with a guy like Lopez. Lopez is loosey-goosey, man. He's always ready to slip and slide and duck and weave and move from side to side. Ortiz, being the technician, man, his movements are very, very subtle and important. He's not going to over-move. He's not going to expel any energy he doesn't need to. It's going to take him another round, I bet, to turn on. Although at the end of that round, you saw Ortiz land a couple of small shots, trying to put Lopez up against the ropes. But Lopez is a long-time professional, and he twisted himself right off the ropes, no problem. Here we go, round 2.
Oh, we're about to go. So it's already going on his. So his is 20 seconds ahead.
Okay. Tell me exactly when your round starts, and I'll tell you what my clock's at.
I got 250 right now. I think you're 20 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah, just about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
My buddy, hey, Drew says it's dizzy watching our stuff because everything's backwards and flipped inside out. So he's watching yours, mine, and the fight. And he's like, bro, I'm getting dizzy watching all this garbage. We got to figure out how to streamline this. All right, it's the first time. We're working it out.
We got to watch it on like the same thing. That's the problem. But it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. We're chilling right now.
It's all right. Listen, this is about the brothers getting together on a Thursday night for no reason, watching some boxing, talking about some football. Oh, come on, Jermaine. Jermaine's going to get punished for that. So Jermaine kind of leaned on him and almost pushed him down to the floor a little bit. Lopez is not going to play those games. He's going to punish him for that, no doubt about it. Oh, I don't like Lopez really hopping in with this jab. I really don't like to see it. Ortiz takes a step back and throws that right uppercut or left uppercut. A lot of movement on Ortiz. Lopez is stalking around the ring. Nice jab by Ortiz sneaking in. No shots really landed in these tight exchanges. Both guys really, really tight defensively. Man, Ortiz is certainly game. Even when Lopez tries to put a little pressure on behind his neck, Ortiz is staying in there, throwing numerous uppercuts while he's on the inside, which is never a comfortable place to be. Oh, lots of jumping in. I think okay. Lots of jumping in on Lopez. He did land a shot in there, but the guy's locked up immediately. I don't love Lopez jumping in. You know, the Ortiz looks so much bigger and so much stronger, even though the guys came in at the same weight. I don't know what they're weighing in now. You can tell Ortiz has big, strong legs. Lopez is trying to stay underneath him. Woo! Nice shot by Lopez. Lopez playing around, switching up stances a little bit. Okay. All right. Round 2 comes to a close. If you ask me, you know, they both landed a little bit. I'm going to have to call it a 50-50 fight still. I love to see the defense of Ortiz. I'd like to see a lot more offense out of both guys. I think we're going to turn it up here into the 3rd and the 4th round. I have no idea, to be honest, but I'm hoping we turn it up a little bit. Right now, I got this 50-50.
50-50?
Both guys have landed a couple of touches in the 2nd round. Nobody really landed much in the 1st round. You know,
Lopez got him there a little bit at the end. Lopez got him going a little bit, but then
Ortiz did have like a jumping right hand when he was up against the ropes. But you know, when you're scoring fights, it's not just the punches landed. It's style, it's defense. There's a lot going on. Who's pressing the fight? Who's not pressing the fight? So I don't know what the judges' scorecard looks like. It could be lopsided already. They could be.
If it is lopsided, it's Ortiz. That's what I think. That's what I personally.
You would think Ortiz is driving the pace of the fight. He is chasing down, Lopez is chasing down Ortiz nonstop. So you would think Lopez would be ahead on the cards, but at this point, I think it's really 50-50.
This is the round, though. This is the big round.
This is 3rd round. I think some shots are going to get landed here. Somebody's going to get tagged with something. Lopez keeps really jumping in with this jab. And I don't know if Ortiz is looking for it or not, but his left power hand uppercut from the southpaw position is there when Lopez jumps in with his jab. Yeah, Tim Bradley just made a very smart comment as the commentator for Top Rank and ESPN, and he's showing that Lopez is really focusing on the body. And now Lopez is trying to back up and bring Ortiz forward. It's really just good boxing at this point, and nobody really wants to just watch good boxing. Yeah, I mean, Ortiz is game tonight. So as in making an early judgment on this fight, which I never like to do because it's not smart, I think this fight goes into the later rounds, and that is when Teofimo is going to shine. anything after 6 or 7, you got to wear Ortiz out a little bit. His legs are too strong. His physique is just too strong. He's moving well. Lopez is moving extremely well. Ortiz lands a nice uppercut, but Teofimo is there for it, and he wants this fight, and he's not scared to get into a little bit of a dogfight. But both guys landing shots. I got this fight 50-50 all the way up into about a minute and a half of the third. You know, I have to give it up to Tim Bradley. I got Tim Bradley in my ear on the broadcast, and he is really saying some smart boxing things. And obviously, he's one of the greatest boxers of all time. But the management of energy right now is very important. Is Ortiz going to be able to manage this energy? Is Lopez going to be able to manage this energy moving forward? Lopez has been in deep rounds a few times. Ortiz, not so much. But Ortiz is a big fella. Woo! Ortiz just missing with a big left hand. Okay, I like that. Lopez throwing funky little shots. Okay, Lopez trying to sneak in a sneaky little uppercut. All right, all right, all right. Wow, okay. Oh, man. I'm still sweating in case y'all are wondering. This is crazy. This is wild. So it's a lot more boxing than I expected in the first 3 rounds. Guys are Lopez and Ortiz are standing across from each other, landing some shots. It's really been a beautiful defensive fight so far. It's going to get into a dogfight at some point, because at some point somebody's going to get tired, and at some point somebody's going to land that big shot. And with 2 guys that have massive egos, nobody's going to want to get hit by that big shot, just like nobody likes to miss when they throw their big shot, you know? So stay with it.
Ortiz has to be tired, bro. He's throwing a lot of punches, man. A lot more.
Look at his physique, though. You know, that young man is in shape. He's really got, like, you know, big, strong legs underneath him. Lopez seems like the underdog physicality-wise, but that, you know, we've seen small guys like Manny Pacquiao take out monsters his entire career.
Dude, they cut right to them commercials. As soon as the second the round's over, they cut right to them.
Got them ad dollars. Got to be spent well, man.
Oh, we're going back in. We're going back in.
All right, we're in round 4 now. Yeah, Tim Bradley just showing that a lot of the flurries that Ortiz is throwing, nothing's really landing. Nothing's really effective. Teofimo showboating a little bit here in the 4th round with his body movement looking so nice, making Ortiz miss time and time again. Both guys moving really well. Exceptional body movement here. Lopez with slightly low cross there. Yeah, what I like that I'm seeing out of Lopez is he's trying to figure out his game right now. Ortiz wants to play backwards. Nice right uppercut snuck in by Lopez there. Oh, nice big hook by Lopez. He's got this really unorthodox hook that's almost like a jab hook, a feint jab to a hook, where he kind of throws the feint and then throws a second punch on top of it. It's really, really hard to dodge stuff like that. You can't train that. That is a stylistic thing of fighters have that you can't really teach. Exceptional body movement this far in the fight. 4 rounds into the fight, both guys moving defensively so superb. Ortiz is running around the ring essentially, and I'm wondering, oh, and now Lopez is making him come to him. Okay, I like to see that. Lopez is trying to take control of the fight, and he's trying to say, okay, you can't run all night. Now you got to come at me. Come fight me here. I'm going to stand in the corner. Lopez is going to put his back in the corner. And here comes Ortiz. And we got a firefight in the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Ortiz is there for it. And Lopez called him in. And Lopez is laughing it off. All right. You got the young man who needs to watch his ego a little bit. I'm going to knock over cameras. I'm going to lose my mind. Oh, nice check hook by Ortiz on Lopez's chin. Nice jab by Ortiz getting in on Lopez. Great round. Great round. Wow. I got to give that round to Ortiz, believe it or not. Folks, we got some boxing on our hands. What do you give it? Who has that round?
Ortiz.
Yeah, I give that round to Ortiz.
Ortiz.
So right now
Ortiz.
I got Ortiz slightly ahead by 1 round.
I think Ortiz had the last round too. I think if this fight goes the distance, I think Ortiz has it.
If it goes the distance and stays what's happening.
Yes, okay, yes, agreed.
But if
yes,
the narrative changes into the championship rounds and Ortiz's legs get tired because he's only had to go 12 rounds once, and that's when Lopez shines after round 7, a different fight starts happening.
That's where it starts getting crazy, yeah.
Yeah, so listen, it's good boxing at this point, and good boxing is irritating, but these guys are landing some shots, and now they're getting pissed off, right?
No, it's a good fight. This is a good fight. I love how he brought him into the corner.
Upset.
He brought him into the corner and still got his ass beat. That's crazy.
Yeah, and when they start drawing each other to places, like when Lopez is like, you're going to come take me into the corner. Look, they're going to show an instant replay now as we're getting into round 5. Big hook from Lopez in the last round. Right on the ear. All right, here we go. More of the same in round 5. I got Ortiz backpedaling and Lopez driving the pace of the fight. Ortiz is throwing. So Mark Friegel's scorecard, he has Lopez down by 2 rounds, 37-39, with Ortiz leading this far through. I don't disagree with him. I would give Ortiz 1 round for sure. I don't know about 2, but he's looking good. Ortiz is looking really sharp. Lopez has got his work cut out for him tonight. It's not going to be an easy fight for the showman in Lopez. The technician is staying technical. He's staying light on his feet. He's not getting cornered against the ropes. He's moving nonstop. He is stepping consistently into the power punch arm of Lopez, but whenever Lopez seems to throw it, he seems to change direction, which is just great boxing IQ. All right. Lopez is sneaking in some little shots here and there. Nobody doing anything crazy. You hear the crowd start chanting, T.O., T.O. Will it work? Will it get T.O. to land some shots and get up in here? Ortiz is focused, man. He is locked in, and he is earning and proving every bit of that nickname, the technician. Lopez obviously proving the showman style, but can he show up and land some of his notorious big power punches against Ortiz, who seems to be a little bit more athletic and a lot more mobile at this point? Ortiz moving right off the ropes, challenging Tio like he's, not affected by his game plan tonight at all. Tied up against the ropes, a little bit of inside work, and the guys break apart. Tio looks like his face is showing frustration, and it seems to be, for my opinion, coming from the athleticism that Ortiz is just running nonstop. Teofimo puts his hands up going, Ortiz is just going to run for me all night. When's he going to bring the fight to me? Now Ortiz is bringing the fight to him. Lopez seems to be a little frustrated that he's going to drive Ortiz back consistently. Ortiz looks like he's ready to bring the fight to him. What's going to happen in round 6? I have no idea. At this point, more good boxing and no knockouts or power punches happening. I got Ortiz up now.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Ortiz right now. This, if it goes the distance, I mean,
He's
what?
tough to big game. He's got to show up sometime tonight. The showman's got to come out. He's got to
Yeah.
get off some wild punches, some different combinations, or Ortiz is going to walk through this night. If Ortiz can stay as fresh as he is through the later rounds.
I don't know how you're going to come out with a whole circus and then and then give this performance. This is ridiculous, honestly. But I get it. I get
valid
it. Like,
statement. That is a valid statement. I'm the same way. I'm like, how you cannot invite the whole circus to walk you
no.
through the crowd. But Ortiz has showed up and he's looking like an Olympian the way he moves around. He's not getting tagged at all. He's light on his feet. You know,
He's clearly more athletic.
And yeah, Ortiz is forcing Lopez to chase him, and Lopez just doesn't want to do it because it's taking all his energy and he can't catch him. Obviously, it's just happening time and time again. So the punch percentage right now has Lopez a little more accurate at 17% and Ortiz at 15%. Ortiz, sorry. Just constant movement from Ortiz, almost resembling a Mayweather in the late rounds when he knows he's won the fight. But the thing is when Lopez wants Ortiz to bring it to him, Ortiz brings it to him. He walks right in there and he starts trying to, land big shots. Lopez has only landed 22 of 120 something punches. Nice little shot by Ortiz. Yeah, again, Tim Bradley with the boxing information that is just so right. Lopez needs to get his front foot on the outside, and here he is inviting Ortiz back to him. But Lopez really needs to get his left foot on the outside of Ortiz's foot and force Ortiz into his right hand a little bit. Yeah, I'd like to see some more combinations out of Lopez. He's trying to be the counter fighter and look for the one shot, and I'd love to see him put some combos together, high and low. You guys still with me, hanging out there? At this point, just so much movement out of Ortiz. Lopez just can't seem to trap him down. Lopez now talking to him. Lopez now talking to Ortiz, saying, come on and fight me, young man. Let's go. And Ortiz is game. And Ortiz lands a couple of big shots. Lopez looks ready. Lopez looks frustrated. He's taunting Ortiz nonstop. But that's the thing. Ortiz is winning this fight. Ortiz is certainly winning this fight. He's up 3 rounds, no doubt about it. I'm not unhappy about it. I just want to see the showman show me, man.
He's not doing anything. He's not fighting. I mean, it's not that he's not fighting. I'm not going to say that.
To him.
No, he
can't
can't
get to the man. Listen, Ortiz is bouncing around. He's back and forth. He's back and forth. You cannot get to him. Lopez being slightly smaller in stature, it's forcing Lopez to jump in with his shots, and he's never going to land them. Ortiz is just getting out of the way. Ortiz should have been a tight end somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He's got like a big body. Like
that has to catch up to him, though. That has to catch up to him in the later rounds. He's got to get tired, right?
Well, the only way he's going to get tired is if Lopez keeps on pressuring him around that ring. And how much does Lopez have to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Chasing him and checking him. Yeah, and he's an elusive target, and Lopez's dad is asking him to throw more punches in combination, but it's not easily done. I mean, Ortiz is on the move. He's hard to hit. Now, Ortiz isn't doing a whole bunch of damage to Lopez, but he has landed some big shots, including an early uppercut that really had an effect. I can tell you, Ortiz has got a great strategy in frustrating Lopez at this point by making him chasing him around the ring. It's really working, and it really seems to be affecting Lopez, unfortunately. Great body shot right across the body. That's not going to slow down Ortiz, though. He's too strong of a guy. Accidental headbutt has split Ortiz's face open. Real bad. They could call this fight. That could be the end of this fight. That could be the end of this fight. This cut's so bad on Ortiz's left eye from an accidental headbutt. It is wide open and it's gushing out. Yeah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Southpaw versus Orthodox have got to get a lot of headbutts. But now Lopez knows he's split open. He's going to try to hit him in that right eye as much as he can. I don't see Ortiz slowing down at all as long as he can see. He's a southpaw, so he's fighting out of the other eye more anyways. Okay. Good body shot. It's so unfortunate to see these guys get a big old cut on their face for an accidental headbutt. Lopez moving, ducking, and diving, but he is not winning this fight. His defense is great. Ortiz is better. Ortiz has landed more power shots so far. And I got it 3 rounds. I got Ortiz up 3 rounds for sure. We're in round 7. Yeah, Ortiz is real smart. When he gets inside, he ties up Lopez. And so big left hand for Ortiz. Teofimo landed a nice right hand. It's got him up against the walls. You know, as much as the cut could not be affecting Ortiz, it could be affecting Ortiz mentally. Not that the pain or the injury is affecting him, but mentally, when you know the other fighter is when you know the other fighter is looking for your weak spot, it gets to you psychology. Sorry, I got Teofimo dancing and ducking and diving. I could make that round even. I'm going to give that round to Lopez. I don't know.
I'd either 50-50 or Lopez.
Yeah, it's deceiving now that Ortiz has this massive headbutt to split
Yeah.
open his face, because now it's a different fight. Ortiz has one place he needs to hit on him, and that's that right eye. Because one more good shot's going to open that up, and they're going to have to stop the fight. And a win is a win, unfortunately. You know, if your face is wide open, you can see your brain, you got to shut it down.
If there's a game plan, you got to execute it. If there's a way you can win, it don't matter what it is. You got to take advantage of it.
But let's take 1 minute and give some respect to Jermaine Ortiz. I mean, his athleticism is incredible. I thought Teofimo was going to be by far the more athletic fighter tonight, and you got Ortiz looking like a studly young Mayweather the way he's moving around and not getting touched out there. Really, really good boxing on both behalves. Let's see what happens. We're rolling into round 8. Got a big split on Ortiz's face. I think my dog is tired of hearing me yell on this microphone. All right, round 8 of 12. So Lopez with 56% accuracy and Ortiz with 41% accuracy at this point. So Lopez could be ahead on the cards. You never know what the judges are seeing when they're there, when they're ringside scoring this fight. There's so much that goes into it. Styles, defense, progression of the fight. It's not just who lands the most punches that wins the fight. Although it should be, right? You see Ortiz slowing down a little bit. It could be a combination of we're in the 8th round, we're getting into the later rounds, and he's got a giant wound on his left eye. It looks like his lead eye is good though, and all you need is one, and you could see, well, Ortiz bringing it to Lopez now. Lopez dodging, ducking, and weaving. Lopez comes back with a big right to the body. Ortiz checks it with a right hook. Had to make sure my dog wasn't suffocating under his blanket. I would really like to see Lopez start cutting off the ring more for Ortiz and driving him to the right, which is what he's doing now. And that's what I like to see, because he's going to drive him into Lopez's very awkward right hand as he just snuck one into the body. You can't let Ortiz move to his right, because it's taking away Lopez's right hand, his power punch. I don't know why Lopez is not stepping to his left and cutting off the ring here. I don't understand it. He can do it. He's done it before. All right, round 9. I mean, I give that one to Lopez too, but that's only because he was driving the pace and maybe landed 1 or 2 more punches. His accuracy is better. His accuracy is tighter. I mean, it is what it is. Like going to the scorecards, you know, you don't know what those judges are going to say.
Do they care about that? Do they like what do they care about more? Do they care about more about hits or do they care about more accuracy?
It's all of the above. You know what I'm saying? If they see a boxer that's hitting only when the other boxer comes at him and he's also hitting, you know, that can hurt you in certain ways.
Yeah.
Your style, the way Ortiz is running around a lot, even though it's good, it could be Lopez is standing in the ring going, come on, man, let's fight. So the judges can think about, like, if there wasn't Lopez in this fight, would there even be a fight? You know, there's like different trains of thought to it. You know, Ortiz has fought a very defensive fight the whole time, which is Mayweather built a whole career out that. But when Mayweather decided to start teeing off, he started teeing off. Now, is Ortiz going to start teeing off, or is Lopez going to show up tonight?
That's the big question. That's the big question right there.
Let's see. Yeah, Mark Kriegel's still got Ortiz ahead 2 rounds, 77-75. And I don't not agree with him, but that doesn't mean that's what the scorecards reflect. And, you know, there's something to be said for a boxer being great and being able to change their game plan. Excuse me. If Lopez didn't expect Ortiz to come out here and fight defensively all night, and he prepared for a different fight, well, the great fighter that Lopez is, we as fans expect him to adjust that game plan and change. He's got to start stepping to his left and getting his front lead foot on the outside of the lead foot of Ortiz, and he's got to drive him to the right side to get in his right hand. Yeah, Tim Bradley's making a very good point. There's not enough punching from Ortiz. A lot of movement, but not enough punching. Tim Bradley's kind of reflecting what I'm thinking, is that the guy that's coming forward is the guy the judges are going to want to side with, especially when Ortiz is moving so well, but he's not landing as many punches and he's not throwing as many punches. So even though he's getting hit with not that many shots, Lopez is driving the fight. He's continuing to track him down ring to ring. I mean, this is ridiculous. These guys have run like 30 miles in this fight tonight. It's crazy. Nothing. You know, they kind of get balled up in the ropes and in the corners, but no real shots landing there or either guy. Uh-oh. Lopez slipped. Thanks for hanging in with me, YouTube. I don't know if this is entertaining or not, but I'm having a good ass time. I am really tired of watching Ortiz run in circles, though. I would just like to see some action. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, man. Yeah, that's another one for Ortiz in my book. I really want to know what Lopez's dad's saying to him. Lopez's dad's got to tell him he's down on the scorecards at this point with 3 rounds left.
You ever see the show Power?
Yes.
Dude, that's his dad. His dad looks like he's like right out of like, that's the perfect guy. The fight dad.
100%. I think that's Lopez's son they're showing now. Man, Lopez has got to show up now because
He's got to do something.
He's either got to win the next 3 rounds or knock him out. There's no other option.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, all couple of you that are hanging with me, I appreciate you and I love you so much. Teofimo Lopez has got to win these 3 rounds astonishingly or knock him out by the 12th round, or this fight is Ortiz, and Ortiz just became a world champion. You still have more punches landed accurately by Lopez at 20% and Ortiz at 17%. Yeah, neither guy is landing. This is a complete defensive fight. Let's hope this is not reflective of the Super Bowl whatsoever. And I hope the Super Bowl is nothing but points and touchdowns. Woo! Nice right shot in there. Yeah, look, Ortiz is smart, is fighting a really smart fight, and he studied really great boxers to do so, because he's not waiting to exchange power punches with Lopez. He's getting 1 or 2 shots in, he's making Lopez miss, and he's getting out of the way. Neither guy is getting tired. Ortiz's face is split open. He's bleeding from the mouth, but I think it's both from 2 accidental headbutts. Honestly, honestly, I'm getting late. It's past my bedtime. What time is it? 9:18. Well, for those of you watching, we are in round 10 with about a minute to go, and it's more of the same. Ortiz ducking, diving, running all around, landing a couple of shots. Not a lot of offense from either guy. Lopez struggling to land on Ortiz. And Ortiz is really boxing well. Lopez is boxing well too, but it's not the fight I think Lopez wanted. It's definitely the fight Ortiz wanted, minus the accidental headbutt. But Ortiz looking really good. Lopez looking really good. At this point, I would say, you know, Ortiz is winning the fight in my eyes, but it's very close. And Lopez is just walking him around the ring and not cutting it off at all, which is so strange to see such a seasoned fighter not cut off the ring, especially against a southpaw when it's a righty. Here we go, round 11. Ortiz has this in the bag so far. It's got to be a knockout, ladies and gentlemen. In my eyes, in my humble boxing opinion, as a fan, Lopez has got to knock him out. Come on, what's his dad saying? Please let me hear it. Yeah, they're telling Ortiz's corner is telling him to keep boxing. Lopez's corner, I don't know what they're saying, but they have to be telling him he's down on the cards at this point and has to win by a knockout. There's no way Lopez's dad's telling him he has this in the bag. So
No.
I expect the best 2 rounds you've ever seen out of Lopez right now. I'm hoping.
He's got to give it his all right now. This is it. This is it. He's got to lay it all on the
It's the
line.
last 2 rounds. I mean, I'm up 21 minutes past my bedtime for this fight. I'm talking to 4 people on YouTube right now. That's all right. You guys are hanging with me, and I'll take it. We're in round 11 to 12, and I can tell you right now, Ortiz is going to box and move for these 2 rounds and make it incredibly hard for Lopez to hit him because he probably thinks he has this fight in the bag. That being said, yeah, Ortiz landed a good shot on Lopez. I don't know what's going on in the mind of Lopez right now, other than being frustrated and just not being able to physically get his punches on Ortiz. Because it just looks like Ortiz cannot get hit. He is just moving, and Lopez is landing a shot here, a shot there. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, the judges are saying the same thing that I'm saying. I got the correspondent team in my ear, and just because Lopez doesn't look like he's winning doesn't mean he's losing, and the same thing goes for Ortiz. Just because he's running away doesn't mean he's losing or winning. These guys are now fighting. They're trying to get in some cheap shots on the inside a little bit, but that's okay. It's a fight. It needs to be a dogfight at some point. Lopez consistently going to the body with a right cross on Ortiz. Doesn't seem to be very effective, but it is a good shot. Ortiz's face is open up. I have to give credit to his corner, really controlling the blood flow out of that eye. They've done a heck of a job letting him continue to fight when he's got a good gash above his left eye. Tio again with the right to the body is kind of landing at will. Maybe he just starts to go to the body and try to score as many points as he can. I'm not sure. The judges have it in for them. This could certainly be a draw. This fight has been identical from round 1 to round 11. You got Ortiz moving consistently, neither guy landing a lot offensively. Lopez having extremely hard time cutting off the ring for Ortiz, and he's just walking in line and chasing him down. I don't know why he doesn't step to the left. Both guys landing little shots here and there, but nothing too impressive. Woo! This could be a draw, Tico. Wait, do you have a suit jacket on now?
Oh, dude, I've had a suit jacket on. I lost my stream. My phone died.
This could be a draw.
A draw.
This could be a draw.
Dude, my freaking phone died. That's crazy.
Bro, you got to be plugged in. Even the old dudes know that.
Dude,
Come on.
I've been going for 3.5 hours, bro.
Yeah, but this is what you're great at. My brother's complaining because he's been doing this for 3.5 hours and his thing. Oh, they got it 104, 105. Lopez down by 1 on Mark Eagle's scorecard. So Lopez has got to win this round.
That's a big round.
If Lopez doesn't win this round, he loses. If he does, it's maybe a draw. I doubt he's going to win on any of the scorecards. But we'll see. Here we go. Final round. I hope they come out like violent wild men. Teofimo Lopez, a 7-1 favorite, has only landed 20% to Ortiz's 18% of total punches. Teofimo Lopez chasing Ortiz again in circles, not cutting off the ring. I love Lopez. What I'm seeing of Ortiz, I also love, but I need Lopez to shut this ring off. You know, this reminds me a little bit of you know, a Mayweather fight. I forget who he fought, a great Mexican fighter. But Mayweather was just backing up all night and just popping off shots, and he won the fight. And that's exactly what Ortiz is doing, and he's doing it great. Lopez super frustrated. And then as soon as Lopez tries to get off a flurry, Ortiz wraps him up. It's just great boxing, you guys. It's great boxing. And super frustrating if you're Teofimo Lopez, because, man, the greatest showman is not getting the greatest show tonight. Good shot. Excuse me. Good shots exchanged both ways. Both guys land crosses. In the corner, Ortiz locks him right up. This is veteran boxing. If you're fighting a guy that's got more power, then you got to lock him up when they put you in the corner against the ropes, or you got to switch spots with him. I have to say, with 50 seconds left in this fight, Teofimo looks so frustrated, and Ortiz looks like he knows he won this. Teofimo's jumping in, and Ortiz is landing shots. Teofimo looking like he wants it. Can he finish him? No, Ortiz won't let it happen. Ortiz will not get finished. He's going to duck dive, and he's going to get out of the way. Ortiz now standing in the middle of the ring, waiting. But he doesn't have enough time. It's too late for that. There's 25 seconds left. If he doesn't knock him out here, it's going to go to the cards, and those cards are going to look very promising for Ortiz. And that's it, folks. That is it, folks. Teofimo celebrating almost as if he's certain that he's won the fight. Teofimo standing up on the ring. Ortiz standing up on the ring. I think this is Ortiz's night. As much as I
100%.
want Teofimo to be the greatest showman. I love it. The sport needs it. Jermaine Ortiz just fought a great fight. He just great boxing. And now they're going to go to the judges' scorecards, which is never good for anybody. Nobody wants it to go to scorecards. Not the audience, not the fighters.
He beat him. That's Ortiz's fight. I think Ortiz has it. I don't even. It's probably close. It's probably only a point, but I still think Ortiz for sure has it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Ortiz has this in the bag. I think both guys fought a really great defensive fight. Nobody did pretty much anything offensively except for a couple of shots here and there. But these guys are warriors. They just went 12 rounds. I'm honestly, I'm proud of both of these guys. You watch fighters like this and you just have to understand what they go through, what they put themselves through to be in this ring and fight as a profession. It's just tremendous. So all props, all respect to both teams, both fighters. Thanks to ESPN and Top Rank for hosting this fight. Nobody's a sponsor. I'm just saying. I think it's Ortiz's night, man.
I agree.
Oh no, Mark Kegel's got it 114 on the scorecards as a draw. I would buy a draw. I would buy a draw.
I get behind that.
I would get behind a draw. I don't want to see a rematch though. The rematch is boring. Styles make fight, and these two styles didn't make a fight.
They don't pair well.
No, they didn't. Let me say goodbye to the YouTube people. I don't want you to have to stay on here and keep up anymore. I'm going to edit some of this Zoom stuff or some of this stuff, and I'll throw it on a podcast. You'll find it on the channel. Thank you so much for joining me and sitting with one of my greatest passions in the world, boxing, with my brother here. This has just been an awesome night for me. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. More of this type of stuff coming. Let me call your favorite event. Pick your NASCAR race. I'll call that. All right, people. Over and out. Tico, say bye to the people. Maybe they'll pick it up.
Peace out, people. Peace out. Have a wonderful night.
That's Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show. Make sure you go see him over on TikTok. All right, people, out.
Ooh.
I've been live streaming for 2 hours.
Dude, that's not easy. That is not easy to do.
Especially when it's annoying just me talking about boxing and nobody else is like even watching it.
Dude, live streaming is just hard, bro. Just sitting there and being able, like, I did the whole entire NFL Honor Show.
Wow. That's awesome, though.
Yeah, it was cool, dude. Dude, there was a point I had 2,000 people in there, bro. I was like, I was freaking out. I was like talking to it. It was sick. It was awesome.
That's amazing, man. You should have all those people.
Sick. They want me to start streaming now. They're like, you should go on Twitch, man, and be a streamer.
Yeah, I mean, do it. If
I gotta look into it.
I mean, you're great. You're great at it. You got to be passionate about it. Don't just show up and talk about stuff. Talk about the stuff you like. You're a fun guy. You're a fun guy to sit across from. I like talking with you. So why wouldn't they like hearing you talk?
Dude, I took a fireball shot with them for the first award. I was like, we're gonna do a fireball shot.
That's disgusting, but good for you. I don't like cinnamon whiskey. I like whiskey.
No, it's not good at all, but I thought it was fitting for the event.
Yeah, no, I mean, Fireball is a huge thing. Everybody loves Fireball. I know everybody I know drinks Fireball.
I want to know how they're going to this fight.
I will just keep the Zoom going till we got to hear the results real quick. What's your ad? What ad do you keep getting? I keep getting some betting app. But I don't want to say it because that's free press for them.
You're getting the DK.
I'm getting it's what you do when you go to bed. It's called That Picks.
Really? That's what you're getting?
Yeah.
That's surprising actually. I didn't know they made commercials.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting that in Burger King. There's only 2 commercials that keep playing.
Word for this, correct? Right?
Yeah, and then the other word is an interception. Another word for an interception.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've worked with them before.
I don't know nothing about them. I got nothing but Burger King and that, just playing back to back.
Always Burger King, and I keep getting this car one. What is this? I'm getting it right now, actually.
And then I'm getting a local lottery commercial, which is pretty
Motors.
fun.
It's interesting.
All right, come on, get back to it. The scorecards are the judges are probably like, what do we do? Nobody's going to be happy.
Is that like a normal thing? Do they usually do ties?
It happens, yeah. And actually, Ortiz has a tie on his record. He's like, 17-1-1.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they got to give it to Ortiz, though. I don't think it's a tie.
I don't know, man.
He's dancing around and running around the ring and running. That'd be the only reason I would ever think they'd make it a tie.
It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I am with you, but from what I know of boxing and knowing that the boxer that drives the fight, it matters to the scores, on the scorecards.
I don't know. If I was
Uh,
scoring, I'd score Ortiz.
Lopez is talking some smack, but when you're talking smack after the fight, it's probably because you lost the fight. I hate to say it. Oh my God. The announcers are saying all the same stuff I say. They're going, I don't look forward to seeing these type of styles ever again. I agree. So you got 364 thrown to 409, 78 landed. This is a draw. This is a draw or Lopez wins. I hate to say it.
Why? Because of the body shots?
Just because all the percentages are better on Lopez's side. Just because you throw more, he missed way more, Oh boy, here we go. His dad's telling him to act right no matter what happens.
Here, I'm going to mute you so that I can.
Go ahead, Dan. Ortiz. No. One of the judges had it 117, 111. Wow.
I'm shocked.
I'm happy for him, but I cannot believe one of those judges had it 117, 111, and the other two judges had it 115.
Crazy.
That's crazy. I hate to say it, but Nevada, investigate your judge. Nobody watching this fight in all of boxing had that 117, 111. Anyways, I'm sorry I wasted your time, everybody.
117, 111 is insane. That's just that's way too far off. That's 115, 113 is even like I can't believe he won it unanimously.
I thought it was going to be like 115, 113, 115, 113 the other way, and then the last one was going to be like 115, 114, 114.
Yeah,
and it would be like like a draw or maybe I don't know.
that's crazy. Unanimous isn't wow.
All right. Let me hear Lopez. He's going to talk some trash real quick. Hold on. They're booing him.
Oh, I'm not even getting that on the TV coverage.
I'm going to tell you what he's saying. Hold on. Whoa. He's just staring at Ortiz saying, if you don't come with blood, sweat, and tears to this, don't get the F out of here. I come to fight. And he goes to the crowd, you can keep booing me, suck a D, no homo.
That's funny.
Hold on, he's still mad. He's quoting Rosa Parks. Hold on. He says he believes in one race, and that race is humanity. He said Rosa Parks said it the best. We're one race. We're the humanity. Let's start ripping. He just grabbed the microphone from the interviewer out of his hand. He said, united we stand, divided we fall. People stop booing me. We got to come together.
He deserves it just because of that.
He's upset. And that's because he knows how that fight went. Mm. He goes, you could boo all you want because Satan lost tonight. He's emotional. I never think these long interviews directly after a 12-round fight is a good idea.
It's a terrible idea, but it makes for good
terrible
content.
idea. He just got punched in the head for 36 minutes, and now you want him to say something on camera. It's they should keep these under like 20 seconds.
That's it, yeah. But it makes good content for them. That's where all their a majority of their content comes from that.
He's calling out everybody like he's the greatest champion ever. And look, I love Teofimo. I am a fan of Ortiz after tonight, though. I have to give it to him, man.
But yeah, he should have won that. I'm sorry that I think he should have won.
He just said, that's a good point. All right, so he goes, listen, you're not going to come in here and take my titles from me. You got to fight me to take my titles. A king is going to be a king. He's like, you want to come in and play a defensive fight for 12 rounds? Nobody wants to watch that fight. And he's right.
It's right, yeah.
Let's see. Now we're going to go to the challenger. He said, basically he believes he won the fight. He thought he was winning. But the thing is, you can't think you've won the fight. You have to fight till you have to fight till the fight's over and then win the fight. Anyways, enough of this. I'm going to bed. Tico Fantasy Show, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for having me on your thing, and I appreciate it. And I am MC on the mic, and we're out in peace.
Peace. Good night, brother.
And I even recorded it. Bam.